rock and roll. You're listening to Live and Loud with the Lord. Nelson, that is.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you know who it is. It's the big guy with the little show, Live and Loud with the Lord. Nelson, that is. And I am honored to have some great guests today, man. These guys are unbelievable. One's here right now. That's going to be just wonderful. The other guy might pop in, but it doesn't matter. He's going to represent for both of them. This band is amazing. I remember first meeting them in Salisbury, North Carolina at a place called Uncle Buck's. I don't know if he remembers that or not, but it was, he's done 50 million shows.
The Rattlesnakes too.
Yes,
Uncle Buck.
Yes.
Uncle Buck.
Uncle. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we have the amazing band, Whiskey Dick, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Indeed,
What's up?
man. Hey, bro,
Man,
thank you for being here, man. I really appreciate it.
I was about to say the same thing, man. Thank you for having me.
It, man. Yeah.
It's good to see you and like talk to you, man. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, man, but it's been good, man. I've sat there and I've watched you guys, you know. Thank God for social media. We're able to do that now, you know. That's one of the good things about social media, let me say. So I've been able to keep up with you guys and see what's going on, man. So the first question, there's two questions I always like to ask at first. First question is, where are you guys from?
Fort Worth, Texas.
Fort Worth, Texas. So both of you are from Fort Worth, Texas.
Yes, sir. Okay. Both of us right here. Born and bred on chicken fried steaks and illegal weed. Yeah,
hey, listen, we're 420 just passed, right?
I know. I had to say something because God bless that day.
Awesome, man. So what is the best thing about being from Fort Worth?
Oh, man. Honestly, the people here in Fort Worth are what makes this town what it is. There's a lot of cool history here and stuff. And I think versus other nearby cities, we won't name Dallas at all. But the people here are more receptive to being considerate to each other. And it's not so high strung, but they appreciate the music on this side of things,
love.
which is cool because that ain't where you go. We've got a lot of mix of stuff around here too, and the people just make it great, man. They come out, they're good people, they're nice, they wave, they say hi, they let you over in traffic sometimes. Yeah. So it's a different speed of pace. So, and we're being here as long as we have, all our friends and family and everything. So it's our heart, in here. So
awesome, man. Yeah. Awesome.
Hell yeah.
So as I stated before, we first met at Uncle Buck's in Salisbury, North Carolina. He said the rattlesnake. That's when you said that, I was just like, you was on point with it.
Man, they used to make me big to go tub that shit.
Right.
And send it on the road with me. That's all love.
Awesome. They're great food. They're great food. Yeah. Speaking from a big guy's perspective.
And everybody there, that was always a good place, man. And we got to meet you. So
same here. I feel the same way.
Among other people, we've made a lot of friends out of that place. So
right, indeed.
Always Uncle Buck love.
Yeah. So my thing is that I want to tell you that. So I was impressed with what you guys were doing. So to me, you draw the fans in with great music and comfortability, and it's like they feel they've grown up with you. You know,
Yeah.
that's how it feels to me. That's what I saw. And they know you well. So heavy metal honky tonk is a dope mashup. So what or who lit the fuse for your style of music?
You know, we were both in two metal bands, right?
Okay.
So and then we started doing this just for us, and the stuff that came out of us was just natural. Some kind of, me and him had this connection, so we just started writing whatever we liked.
Gotcha.
And for a long time, we had the roots with the blues and the country, old country and the old blues, and the good root of everything here in American music comes from blues, in my opinion.
Yes, sir. You're right.
And so we have all that in us, but then we have the metal aspect where we're like, got to get our shit out and get, that release. Yes. And we just started writing, and it kind of happened. One song would be some sappy country love song, and the next one would be like, fuck you, So, but we always liked having it on acoustic, because it started that way. Yeah. And we never changed it. So the heavy metal honky tonk, it came from the title like that, actually derivated from when we were touring in Europe a bunch. And they were calling us like acoustic, heavy metal, country, something. And I was like, holy shit, I can't even read and all of that. So I was like, boom, heavy metal, honky tonk. It just kind of flowed. So it kind of makes sense. We don't really. I'm really rambling on your question here.
No, you're not. You're speaking well.
We're kind of tapped into a lot of different genres, So we don't. It's hard to put us in a genre, and pigeonhole us into one genre. So we came up with that, and it kind of covers the whole aspect.
So do you feel like you guys were the first ones to really do this, or do it on the scale that you're doing?
I feel like me and Reverend both feel like we started doing this type stuff before any of it was known about. I'll put it that way. There might be guys that, and I can tell you, like, right around the time the Straight to Hell album from Hank Third came out, we were like, man, this is cool. Like, we've been doing this type shit for a long time.
Right.
And it started, gaining speed and everything. So that kind of helped us along a little bit, I think. But we never changed our formula.
Gotcha.
At all. We just stuck with it. So
what you're really saying is that you guys were the foundation. You started it. Everybody else built off of what you guys created. I love it. You guys pioneers, man. You guys are pioneers.
I feel that way, honestly.
Yeah. Embrace it and claim it. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And the other thing too is when we're working on a new album like we're doing right now, we do, not only do we write a lot and we pick, how it is.
Yes.
Pick shit apart, lyrics, notes, everything. And so what we've been doing a lot is researching other bands that are similar to what we do.
You're doing okay.
You can't find nothing to compare our rough mixes to on like Spotify, like to hear the different levels of like what do we need to bring forward, can't find nothing that's like what we do.
Wow.
I'm saying that in the most humble way I can. It's frustrating almost because we're like, damn, does it sound good? Like, is the mix good? We don't know. There's nothing to compare it to.
Right.
So that's kind of like a big, I guess, like it makes us feel like we're kind of standalone in our own thing a lot of times. And even guys that do try to do what we do that have come along since we've been doing it, it ain't what we do.
So that was the thing that caught me. You guys came in there, you sat down, you pulled your guitars out, and I just started looking at it. I was just like, man, what?
You're like, who the hell did Buck open?
No, I'm just like,
I'm just
like, what are they about to play? Because you caught me immediately because it was different. So I was like, oh, they're just gonna play an acoustic set, like, you know. And then all of a sudden, man, you guys went into it. I was just like, hell yeah! I said, okay. I said, they are into this, and I said, it's love. I loved it immediately. I was just like, this is super dope, man. I love this. This is really, really good. And I'll tell you that when I was with Stuck Mojo, we did we were at a festival, Ear Mit Spec Festival. I always talk about it all the time, Bacon and Eggs Festival in Germany. And this band, and I'm sure you know who they are, Hey See Dixie.
Yeah.
So when I at first, I was just like, man, are they like Hey See? And I was like, no, they're not. They're not. You guys really have your own thing, and Hey See Dixie has their own thing also. It's just really different, different. But I guess more they got that bluegrass mixed up in there, and with them doing a lot of covers and stuff. But nah, man, you guys truly have something special, man. So embrace that and love that, man. No doubt, no doubt.
I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. So
I feel like that's why we've been able to do it for the 17 years.
Yeah. Since 2005, man, it's crazy.
Yeah,
love.
Yeah.
So when it comes to writing songs and lyrics, do you stay in a certain box, or do you feel free to do whatever you want to do?
We feel free to do whatever we want to do. The only thing we don't really touch on is politics.
Right.
And that's just because, to me, I don't really put that in my music. I don't talk about it online. To me, that's people's personal business and
yes, sir,
and feelings and stuff. So we don't do politics. Other than that, we whatever the hell we feel like.
Yeah, listen,
right.
That's indeed. Indeed. That's indeed. You guys have some songs. It's like I was like, oh man, that's like, and I just smile and laugh. But that's the freedom and you guys being creatives that you can go out and just feel free to do. That's the great thing about music, man.
It's art.
Yeah, it's art. 100%. It's subjective, but man, it's just beautiful to be able to feel free to do what you want to do. That's love, man. That's
and
love.
Not everybody's gonna like your art, but
that's right.
That's part of it.
That's right.
I could do a painting, you'd be like, damn, that looks like a turd. But somebody else be like, oh, that's the gateway to
the perspective of how people see things, man.
Right.
And hear things, man. It's love, man. Awesome. So let's run down these albums right quick.
Cool.
Rebel Flags and Whiskey.
Right.
First Class White Trash. Oh, you go ahead and run them down. I mean, I'm reading them. You go ahead and run them down. You run them down.
Let's see. Rebel Flags and Whiskey is the first album release that we ever did, 2005.
Right.
And then shortly after, we did the First Class White Trash album. And we recorded in a different studio down in Austin. And then Drunk as Hell came out, I believe it was 2010. And then from there, it was just like, all right, let's do something different. Wicked Roots, the Wicked Roots album came out. And then we've got, in between the Wicked Roots album and From the Devil's Boots album, we've got the live album.
Right.
So we released that, and then From the Devil's Boots, and then we had the Bastard Sons of Texas that came out in 2015. That's the last studio release that we had. So it's been a minute.
So, okay, well, I'll ask that other question. I mean, I could ask it now, but I'm not. Well, we'll ask it now. So the limited edition vinyl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna wait to let that be my last question, but since we're talking about the music, what's up with that?
Yeah. So that's a good question, because I wanted to talk about that. We hooked up our buddy Pincus. I'm not sure if you're familiar with JD Pincus, but he's a really good like psychedelic solo banjo guy. He's in Asheville now, so he's close to you.
I'll check him out. Yeah,
he turned us on to Onama Media Group, and basically did the introduction for us, which opened up an avenue. Me and Reverend have been doing everything DIY for so long. It's to the point where we need some help.
Right.
And I don't know all the shit that I should know. Things change, you know.
Yes,
so we got with Onama Media Group, and those guys there have been badass. So they basically took over our Bandcamp and making that all up to date and everything. Gotcha. And through them, we're doing the vinyl release, the first pressing ever of the Drunk as Hell album, which for us is massive.
Gotcha.
Because we can't do the first two because we don't have the master mix anymore. So long ago. Yeah. We might have the second album, but the first one we lost that whole mixer's gone.
Really?
Because we did it on a 16-track digital Boss recorder, and that thing took a shit and everything went with it. But everything else we've got, but the Drunk as Hell has been the one that we really wanted to put on vinyl for basically since we released it.
Gotcha.
So we went with that album first, and they're helping us get that out. So right now you can pre-order it on Bandcamp, and I believe the turnaround to get them is pretty quick. It's not like a year or nothing.
Right.
So we've got that. Plus they did our merch site on there, so we have items up on Bandcamp.
Yeah. Okay,
so we're I don't know how much I can say right now, but we will be doing more vinyl releases through our Bandcamp, just same way we did the Drunk as Hell. So we're looking to get all the albums that we can out on vinyl as well. So plus the new one that we're working on.
Yeah. So the new one that you're working on, what kind of direction you guys are going in? Or you just feeling free to just do it?
Yeah, we kind of did like we do with all of our albums. We don't really put a theme or anything to them, except for the Wicked Roots album. That's the only one. But they're kind of all over the place, the tracks. But it's really the new album. Every album we've done, and I think a lot of bands do this, and I would hope we try to outdo your last album.
Right.
You want to grow and push yourself basically. So this one we've had 7 years to push ourselves on these songs. They've evolved. We've taken some off, put some on, put it back on.
Right.
So this one's got a little bit of everything. There's like a soul track that I wrote. There's of course the honky tonkin' party songs, the heartbreak songs. There's the songs that make you think. Then there's the metal shit, the really heavy shit. We got some like doom metal tracks. We're doing some weird shit, and we're not restraining ourselves to just what we can do live either.
Yeah.
So we're bringing in our buddy James Honeycutt, who's a really well-known solo guy. Is amazing. He's just fucking beautiful voice, like an angel.
Right.
And a hell of a guitar player. So bringing him in.
Okay.
He's going to be doing some harmonies with me, vocals, which I've always done my own harmonies.
Right.
So that's something new, and a lot of other shit too. Just any instruments we can think of. There's piano on the track.
Okay.
So we kind of touched in all of our normal Whiskey Dick realms that we get into, but we really dove into them and like went deep on this one. So there's some dark, heavy shit. The lyrics have been rewritten a bunch because I've just really been trying to really get what I'm trying to say, and not just do it so in the easiest, simple way. I'm really digging in there and getting nasty with it. I can't wait. It's fucking rad.
That's awesome, man. So I'm going to ask you a question, but I want to ask this one first. Okay, so from the first album to the latest album, how much do you think you guys have grown as musicians? You kind of touched on it a little bit.
Oh yeah, man, big time.
Yeah.
Musically, we've grown tremendously. Yeah, Reverend's constantly researching and learning and doing things, and I'm feeding off of him.
Right. Oh, because he's
the genius guy with the. Yeah, we're really pushing ourselves a lot these days, man. And me being sober from booze for the last 5 years, I've been able to really hone in on that and not just be kind of a hack, and really push myself to learn new chords and new chord infrastructures and try different vocal melodies and ranges and pitches and tunings. So it's been really a lot. We've come a long way, I think, just from, I listened to our first album and I love those songs, those tracks, and those are like some people's favorites, but I can't, it's horrid. It's so bad. Oh, I can't handle it, man. I'm like, oh yeah, these are good songs. That's bad.
A lot of those times, man, the most rugged and raw things, man, they get those feelings of it because they feel it. That's why I say you guys kind of put that out there that people know you. Like, you know, hey, man, Fritz lived right next door to me, man. We used to hang back out in the backyard, man. He used to play guitar. We just used to, it's that kind of vibe.
Yeah, it is.
So no, those songs will always be great to people because whoever they've touched, they've obviously touched people, man. So
yeah, that's a blessing too, man. We're extremely grateful that we've had that happen. And off of that first album, those tracks would be the ones that people have said to us, this song got me through this. This song, all off of that fucking album. So we're actually been throwing the idea about re-recording the album and just not changing the tracks. The songs at all, just re-recording with our skills are a little better these days. Right. Because we released that one, that Reverend did the mix, the master, everything on that.
It all. Yeah.
Every bit. So, we had shitty equipment back then. Plus,
you made it work.
We were babies, we fucking would write a song, be like, oh, yeah, it's good. Let's record it. Next thing you know, we put the album out. Now I'm like, that's on jukeboxes? Son of a bitch.
It's all love, man.
My buddy walks into the bar all the time, man. He's one of our booking guys and tour manager, and every time he'll put fucking he'll put $5 in the jukebox, and play all our shit. I'm like, man, you can't be doing that. Just don't do that. Like, play one or two. You're killing me. I gotta go.
Hey, man, people love what they love, man.
That's true.
They love what they love. That's a good thing, but you gotta support. That's So we touched on it a little bit.
Cool.
Why was there such a break from, you guys took a break from that last album to what you're doing now?
Yeah. Honestly, man, we were touring like hardcore at that point. Europe a lot too. Right. So we were back and forth in the States. We were over there 4 months out of the year, usually maybe longer. And then when we were in the States, we were gone.
Right.
So a lot of that time we were writing, and then we took 2 weeks off to actually lay the album down. And Rev's folks had a house in Arkansas that was up in the woods and nobody around.
Right.
And so we took 2 weeks off and went up there and actually recorded the album.
Oh, awesome.
Got back, listened to the mix. We're like, man, just not happy with it. Back out on tour. But so it was that kind of deal. So we recorded this album. I think Reverend said the other day we've recorded it 6 times, maybe more.
Wow.
Yeah. So, it's been, and then also our studio here, where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Things have changed in here. Furniture's gone. These things have moved. So we don't have still got all the same equipment, but the sound is different. So now we've decided this is bullshit. We've got the songs where we're happy with them,
right?
Which is kind of a blessing that's taken this long, because I think we would have done our old thing and just put something out,
okay,
and then been like, never happy with it, and not what we wanted people to really hear.
Gotcha.
So I think the break has been good for that, for sure, but it wasn't intended.
It wasn't intended. So
it wasn't intended. Plus the surgery thing, and then
right. That's what I was going to ask you also. Yeah.
So the surgery, Reverend had shoulder surgery, like pretty hardcore one. That put him down for a little while, but we decided to do that because we were on tour. Our van, the Dodge, a lot of our fans know the story about the Dodge ProMaster that broke down, and brand new van, and
right.
Dodge wasn't helping us at all. And so basically our spirits were broke. We're on tour. We had to cancel the last week of the tour because our spirits were broke, and we were just kind of going through the motions at the shows.
Wow.
We were in Spartanburg, and we played at Ground Zero.
Ground Zero.
We pushed it. We played our asses off for them because we love Ground Zero. And but after the show, me and Reverend had both said to each other, it doesn't feel natural. We're just in another space, and we didn't want to do that for the last 4 shows that we had. So we canceled that tour. Dealt with the Dodge situation, so we didn't have a touring vehicle. So we decided to record, and that didn't work out. So Reverend's shoulder had gotten to the point where it was pretty bad and just hurt to play.
Right.
So he decided now's the time. We had a Europe tour going on that got canceled. So we had a shoulder surgery, trigger finger, and back surgery.
Wow.
So in the meantime, I had moved to Colorado, and we had a show and stuff. So we did one show, and then he had his surgeries. The recovery time was pretty lengthy. And during that time, I played a bunch of solo shows to help pay bills, which also in turn helped me confidence and chops and everything else. And I kept writing and stuff. So some of those songs are on this new album. Got him all healed up and a lot better now. So the break was necessary for that part. The other part was kind of unplanned and just shit happens,
Right.
But 7 years is a long time. That wasn't intended, but I think it's been, like I said earlier, sorry to keep dragging on, but I think it's been good because the songs have evolved to what they are now. Now they're fucking killer. Like when you hear a song, when you lay a track down and you hear it back and you're like, fuck yeah.
100%. You
want the world to hear that because it makes you feel good. That's when you know it's good.
Yes.
And we're kind of like we're doing that with every track on this song until we're the fuck yeah point. Until it's there, we're not happy with it. So,
and man, you guys just keep doing what you're doing, man. It's working. It is definitely working, man. I'm feeling it. Most definitely. I'm looking forward to this next one. Indeed.
Yeah, dude.
So you guys have a cult following of whiskey dickers, as I like to say it. Whiskey dickers. Dickheads. So where does Whiskey Dick get the most love?
Oh man, that's a good question. Let me think for a second, because we have our spots, for real. We do have our spots. And a lot of them are kind of tied up, honestly. Let's see. We do really well in North Colorado. We have North Colorado, like the Huntington Beach, California area.
Okay.
Nebraska. Our fucking these are the spots that I'm saying, like, these are our fucking family. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
They take care of us really well. Nebraska. Huntington Beach, North Colorado, and then of course North Carolina.
Yeah.
Solid shit there in Mooresville, Salisbury, all of the North Carolina area. Feels like home when we're there, you know.
Awesome.
And of course, Green Bay.
We got
so I could keep going, but those are like the fucking core ones that when we go there, we might take 2 days off. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
To hang with our people and stay.
Oh, man, that's
eat
awesome.
Food and yeah. So hell, fucking I went on vacation. I just flew up to Ohio to visit some friends. Me and Honeycutt flew in. He flew in from Seattle. I flew in from Dallas for a weekend. Just took our guitars and went up there and hung out and fucking took it easy with our friends in Ohio. Awesome. We play shows there all the time. So
that's awesome, man. Where you can feel at home. You know, as you're speaking to, you can feel at home no matter where you go when you go to these places. That's awesome,
just stateside. Man. That's stateside.
Right.
You know, we have those spots in Europe too.
Yeah.
Germany and Spain and France and the same thing where they put us up and we teach them how to make Texas tacos and shit.
Yes, sir, man. Because man, my daughter, one of my daughters, she got her master's degree at Stephen F. Austin.
Right on.
Yeah. So we went down. You know, we drove down to Texas, man. Yeah, indeed. She had a great time down there. Did her thing. She's working on her educational doctorate right now.
Nice.
And, they're having a good time. Actually, my 3 kids are about to fly to Punta Cana tomorrow because they're going down there to have a good time because it's my twins. I have a boy and a girl twins, and I have an older daughter. But they're all flying together down to Punta Cana for the twins' birthday, April 29th. So they're just like, man, we're going. You know, so
that's
it's all
good. You going with them?
No.
Oh.
The wife and I are here. Man. The wife and I are here. Hey,
we ain't bringing pops with us.
They know I'd have a good time too.
Right? That's
they know I'd have a very good time. Yeah, man. But nah, man, just everywhere you go. And like, I'm glad you answered it also because I wanted to know about Europe also. And then you answered that part of the question also, man. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
So how was it playing at Wacken? And do you like the bigger festival vibe or more intimate shows?
I got chills when you just asked me that. That tells you something. Two fat guys with acoustic guitars. How do you top that shit? Well, I'll tell you in a minute how you top it. But Wacken. Yeah. I've said it. I don't know which is the right way.
You probably said Wacken is probably how it is. You know, we're English, so.
First off, they treat the bands like amazing, man. They are so good to the artist. It's unreal. I mean, I could go on for days, all the little details that they do. So that was something wild that we never experienced. That just that alone was like crazy. The fans were unreal, man. So real quick story, we pulled up. They bus us in these nice Mercedes Sprinter vans from the artist area to the stage because it's the whole town.
Right.
So we get over there to the backstage and they show us around. Here's your drinks, and I didn't drink, but they're like blah blah blah. So they showing us around, taking excellent care of us. Stage manager comes up to me because I'm obviously the one that's able to talk. Everybody else is like, fuck. So he comes up to me and he says, "You guys about ready?" And I was, "Yeah, man, we'll see if they like us."
Yeah.
And I right as I said that, the whole crowd, we couldn't see them because of the big stage backdrop, but we could hear the crowd over there. But as soon as he said that, they started chanting our band name.
Wow.
The whole crowd. And that's when I was like, oh, it hit me. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, well, I looked at him and he started smiling. He goes, I think they're ready. And I said, man, I said, well, shit. Now we can't mess up because they know who we are. I was like, that's when I got nervous. Like before, I was like, man, I could fuck this song all up. They wouldn't know because they don't know who we are. Wrong. wrong. But, so it was like excitement and fear at the same time.
Right.
Luckily, Reverend had his bottle of Jim Beam they gave him. Right. So his nerves were cool as could be. He was slicker than owl shit, man. Me, I was like, I'm wearing my shades the whole time because y'all can't see me, right? So we get up there, I'm sober. I don't drink anymore. Right. So we get up there and I'm like, all right, I got this, because people there's still grass. You could still see green at first. Man, we brought our little Fishman power performer amp on stage. Right. With guitars. Giant stage. Drum riser. They're like, that's it? That's it? We're like, yeah, that's it. We sat down, the two of us. You seen the footage or something, but we sat down and started doing the sound check, and shit, man, sound check, people started coming, running, coming over. And I'm like, shit, let's do it. Right. We go, whole time I'm thinking, don't break a string, don't break a string. Right. But the crowd was amazing, man. They loved it. The vibe was cool. Yeah. The feeling, the rush was amazing, intense. I was shaking, nervous. I probably pissed a little bit. It was amazing, man. And like I said, they took such good care of us. The fans, the people that work at Wacken took such good care of us that it just felt natural, which was amazing to me, to be on that big of a scale and have that vibe of playing in like we were Uncle Buck's.
Right, indeed.
You know what I mean?
Indeed.
And to see the Whiskey Dick shirts up front and the Texas flag the dude from Spain brought. And wow, it was amazing. People were crying when we played Fallen Heroes. Yes. It was.
That's the video I watched also.
You can't see it right now, but I got chills.
I do. Listen, I do too. Let me tell you something. I tell everybody this, and I want people to really understand this. I am a super visual person. Sometimes that's a bad thing when people talk about certain things, because I see everything. Even if I'm just talking to you on the phone, I'm picturing you. And when you're saying what you're saying, I'm picturing, it's like a movie just running in front of my, in my eyes, in my head. So when you're saying that, I'm getting chills also, because I'm just picturing it. I was just like, oh man, that's awesome.
It's intense, man. It was badass.
And to hear you, I'm sorry for cutting you off, and to hear you speak about, having those nerves and stuff like that. Because I asked Corey Lowry from Cedar, he used to play Stuck Mojo. And I was like, Corey, man, do you ever get butterflies? Do you get nervous or whatever? He's just like, of course I do. He said, you don't get nervous before a show. He's like, hey, he said, I might have to question you. Like, what's going on? He said, because you want to do well and you want to, it's that anticipation. But the moment that you get up there and you walk on stage, then it's gone. Because all your folks go,
I got to shit or I might puke.
Right.
Those are the things that let you know you still have that passion too.
Passion for it, yeah.
And I love that he said that, because I totally agree with him on that. Like, if you ain't getting that, especially in those situations and those type of shows, if you ain't getting that, then you're not feeling it anymore. You need to check yourself and get that back.
Indeed,
it's a good feeling. You might have to go puke real quick, but until you get it done, get out there and do it.
Get it done. So, I mean, the second part of that question was, the bigger festivals or more intimate shows, which one you like playing better, or does it matter?
We actually we like the smaller intimate shows, man. Yeah. Because a lot of times we just our eyes are closed, man, and we're lost. We're still, the songs that we wrote and released in 2005, when we play them live, we still feel them like we did back then.
Awesome.
So I feel like any show for us is good. Anytime it's our therapy, but we love the intimate shows because we hang out. We like to hang out with people. That's our friends. It's an honor for them to like our music. We feel so. We feel blessed that they're even digging it.
Yeah.
And if they want to stick around and hang out and talk like the intimate settings, we love that shit. You know, that's where it's at. The big festivals are awesome too, especially the ones where we're playing with bands where, like, you know, Crowbar was at Wacken and their tent was next to us. We know those guys, so it was that part of the festival aspect is awesome. Not just the vibe and that feeling that you get, that rush from that big stage and the crowd, but also the camaraderie of the other musicians, and the fans, because some of the fans don't get to see you on a regular, and they're at those festivals. So that connection, but the intimate part, man, it's a lot easier to get lost in the music on those intimate ones. You know what I'm saying?
It's something different. It definitely is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I want to make sure I told you also, because I talked to Blaine about getting him and Ryder on the show, and he told me to tell you hello. He said, "Don't tell those guys that I say hello." I will.
Cool. Please, tell them the same. We love all of them, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
that's family right there.
Indeed.
We're still playing Hate and Whiskey, man. We play their song all the time. They let us record that and put it on the album. Awesome. And then we also did it in our other band, Black Eyed Vermilion. We did the same song, but a different version that Reverend slowed the music down for it. And then Gary sings on it. But anytime we play that song, man, we always give them props because they're nothing but beautiful people.
Yes, they are. Definitely some great individuals, man.
Yeah,
definitely. So, how difficult or easy has it been to be, being signed to yourselves, all on Yehaw Records, except for Bastard Sons of Texas, right, on Rusty Knuckles label?
Right.
You kind of said earlier that you guys really did, DIY yourselves. So, how's that been?
It actually been really good. Surprisingly, not knowing what the hell we're doing with the streaming stuff was a big learning curve,
Right.
But we've actually done really well with it on our own, and I think a lot of it has to do with Reverend researching a lot, and he's really good at finding out what the avenues we need to do. But then when Rusty Knuckles came along, that was a big help for us because we had TuneCore and stuff, which was it's nice that the industry has these avenues that guys like me and you and everybody else can get their music up on these sites.
Right.
So, but labels have a little bit more of an edge, and they have a little more connections to get the digital out, streaming stuff. So that was huge for us to get with Rusty Knuckles.
Yeah, that
was a big step because they had the different streaming avenues other than just what you normally think of.
Yeah,
but it's been pretty well doing it on our own.
Yeah. These record labels have more to do with streaming than we even recognize.
Right.
They got their hands always in everything. Believe me, they do.
And we always tell any young band or band that's been around that's wanting to really take the business aspect seriously. We always tell them, if they ask us for any advice, we always tell them about Sound Exchange, registering with them, and making sure you're registered with them, and all your publishing things, and just the important shit that a lot of bands don't know about because the information's not out there. So we Reverend's really, like I said, good at researching, and we love to share that information with anybody that needs it. Because shit, man, it's not right there in your face. So there is a lot of ways to do it, but we didn't ever really struggle too bad with it for some reason. And I think a lot of it had to do with us being on the road out there, helped to just touring like crazy. And people are like, oh, they're not here. I want to hear that. Where's that?
Right.
So, but the label aspect definitely helps big time having that. And doing everything DIY, it helps take a little bit of the pressure off too. So.
Indeed. So what's the most amount of shows you guys have done in a year?
We counted one time. It was I think one year. I can't remember the year.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been 2016 or 16 or 17. We did. It was right at 289 shows, and that's including some hometown shows because if we were gone that long, Reverend would be divorced. But yeah, that was I think that was 2017 actually. we almost hit 300 shows in the year. Yeah, that was wild. It was crazy. But
that's really been on the road getting at it, man.
And we didn't even realize it because we just loved to play. So we were like, "What? Really? Wow, yeah, it was that many." Like,
that makes it better though. If you're not really even, right? You're going from here to there to there to there to there. It all becomes just like, man, we get on the stage, we perform, we do our thing, man. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So
that's part of the reason why we had to have surgeries.
Yeah. And listen, and you spoke about shoulder, back, every one of those things that you said, man. I have some issues with one of those, and I don't even play an instrument like that, man. But my thumb, it's from me smacking people around now. My thumb and my back and my shoulder, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
those things as we get older, joke. No joke. And we don't heal up as quick as we used to.
No.
Yeah.
Honestly, like my 40th birthday, it was like, all right, here it comes, get ready. Like, damn. Like that. Ever since then, man, I've been, why does that hurt? People keep texting me. Sorry, I'm gonna get rid of it.
No, you good, man. This is all it's live and loud with the Lord, man. This is all a part of it, man. We gonna do what we do.
I love the title too, man. I love the title.
Thank you, man. And, I wanted to do, somebody asked me to do a podcast like when podcasting first started way back when. And I was like, man, I want to be an artist, man. I'm not trying to do any podcasts. They was like, you love to run your mouth, man. Do that. You love to just run your mouth. So the guy named Rodney Love, he bought me all these books and stuff, man. And I kind of browsed. It was like, nah. And then, pandemic stuff and everybody was doing something differently. And I was just like, let me look into this. So I did a little thing with my son. My son and I have a little going in podcast that we kind of laugh and clown with each other and talk about certain things. But man, it's been good. And I'm having a good time. And just like I said, I'm so thankful to Chris and Joshua Toomey actually put me on to Chris Aiken. And Chris is a big fan. Chris is a great guy. And, Scott Bowling with Good Company also. Man, all these guys are amazing, amazing podcasters, man. And I'm just enjoying myself, and I'm thankful that they're bringing me along and showing me the ropes and doing what I'm doing. So
me too, because I'm here with you right now because of that. So I'm thankful too. Man, that's awesome, man. I'm stoked for you. And you do have the gift of gab. And most people, but that's good. That's good shit. So you might have found a calling, man.
I love to rub my mouth, man, because I write all the time. Love the music like crazy. I love all genres of music, but I love to But I also tell people I love to listen too. When you got something to say, man, I want to shut up and be quiet. And as my wife always said, why are you always bringing me up? But the thing is, she's like, he loves to listen, but he loves to talk.
We got a lot of comment on that, man, because I can ramble. I'm a rambler, man. You got to tell me, hey, man, next question.
No, I appreciate it. To me, I want you to give all the information that you want to give, man, because I'm excited. Beyond the people, I want everybody to love it, but I'm excited about what you're saying and hearing what you're talking about. So that's what's good for me. I'm just like, yeah, man, that's interesting. Yeah, I like that because once again, I see everything. So it's just beautiful to me. So Yehaw Entertainment, Incorporated. Tell us more about this company.
That's we decided to get incorporated. I believe it was 2013. Mm-hmm. We had our lawyer, our attorney, did all the paperwork and stuff. We were like DBA before, for a long time, but we decided to go with the corporation for tax purposes, for all of that,
right.
And like publishing, all the stuff that we needed to get it legit. And this is all we've done for the last 17 years. So it is a legitimate business. So we decided to get it, put that in paper and signed off on, all that. So we started doing it basically for tax purposes, because it was just, it made more sense and it was a lot easier to do it that way. But since then we made it more into, not just that, we also do merchandise, for other bands, friends of ours or whoever. So we like to help our friends out on the road when they're on tour, make them some merch, send it to them.
Right.
And we kind of low cut the big merch companies. We undercut them big time. So we've kind of grown as a company, honestly, and like new vehicles and stuff like that, we're able to put under the company name. So that's kind of we did all of that. It's just a process. I think if any band wants to take it serious, they need to eventually do that at some point, Yeah, it's an important step.
Yeah, I went out there and created my LLC for my 5 Royals Entertainment. I had to do it. I've been wanting to do it for a long time. And I was just like, man, I got to get all my business stuff correct. And I know my boy Relentless from the band Vengeance out in California. Relentless, that's my dude. He's amazing. Yeah. Relentless, he was always telling me, man, you got to do this, you got to do that, and sometimes as artists, we just want to be artists.
Right.
But there's so much more to this business, man, that we really have to understand. And, I'm still learning, but I want to learn now. I'm so interested in learning now because, I want to continue. Go ahead.
And a lot of it too, a lot of it too was the avenues of our music, not just art. I'm saying ours as a collective musicians, but it's out there so much, and somebody's getting money for it. You know what I'm saying? But
yes, sir.
The artist, as artists, like you said, we just want to create and perform and just be ourselves. So it's tough to do the business aspect of it, but it's necessary. Because once you start putting your music out there, I mean, we didn't know Sound Exchange existed until a friend of ours told us about it.
Right.
And there was probably thousands of dollars sitting in there. And once you don't claim it, it goes to the record company.
Yes.
It gets dispersed.
That's right.
So there's a lot of artists that don't know about that should.
Yeah.
Because they could pay their electric bill with that shit.
Indeed.
100%. But it's necessary stuff these days, because there's so easy for our art to get out there.
100%.
So it's important, I think, for artists to get on board with learning and like you, I'm eager, man. I'm always eager to learn. So is Reverend. He's constantly, making sure we're not getting screwed over, but there's also other avenues of shit too that's important, that the business aspect.
Right.
So we would love to just play music all the time, but when you're doing it yourself, that's it don't happen.
It's
if you want it to be successful.
It's a different world when you're doing it by yourself, man, because you know how much money it takes to even get to a certain level, man.
Oh, yeah.
When you see that, like, what? It takes that much to break into artists? It takes what? Oh, my goodness, man. So,
it's a life investment, basically, commitment.
Yeah. My boy Keith Netto, manager, he always keeps it as real as can be. And he's been with gigantic bands. He's just like, hey, man, I'm just keeping it real with you guys. This is what goes on. Relentless the same way. This is what goes on, man.
It ain't real pretty, but but you can be happy doing it if you do it right.
Yes, indeed. But now, hey, listen, great segment right there. Ladies and gentlemen, great segment of information of when you're learning. See, this is what Live and Loud with the Lord does. We entertain as well as educate, man. Information, man.
Get your pencil out. Learn some shit.
It's a beautiful thing. So listen, man, it's been great. And I think I'll end on this question right here. So what does Whiskey Dick, what's the plans for Whiskey Dick in 2022 for the rest of 2022?
Cool. Yeah, I got so we just hooked up with a new booking company, Stand for Something Group.
Mm-hmm.
They're working on tours. We got some big tours coming up towards the end of the year. So we'll be announcing that. But coming up right now, we got a couple of local shows next week here in town, in Fort Worth, in the Arlington area. In June, we get out. We're getting out. So right. Putting on our dancing shoes. For June, we start out. We play a festival in Nebraska that we play all the time, Pawn Stock.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of artists.
Pawn Stock?
Pawn Stock.
A P-O-N-D stock?
P-O-N-D, yep.
Okay.
And it's in Trenton, Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
We play it every year. We play that festival. So we got that coming up in June. That's the first kickoff of the month.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, we got our friend Honeycutt, who I mentioned earlier, James. We leave together, the three of us. We got some shows in Salt Lake and a couple of Wyoming shows. And then we come back to Colorado, play another festival in Fort Collins called Choice City Stomp, which is a pretty regular thing there that they support bands that come through and really good festival.
Right.
So after that festival, we fly over to Europe, the three of us, for Muddy Roots Europe in Belgium. They believe it's called Muddy Roots Reloaded 2 this year. So it's a festival there in Voordam, Belgium, that we played a couple times. The artists from all over the world come in and play. Pretty cool time. Then from there we come back, and that's pretty much the month of June. And then we've got, July, we've got a van national, the Van Nationals in Ohio that we're doing on the 21st of July.
Right.
That's a big van festival. So all these people that got badass vans are coming out and bringing their cool vans and shit. And we're going to play, and some other bands playing. So that's July. And then August, we've got Hell on Wheels Chopper show. That's the annual thing that we're doing. This will be our second time to play that. That's in Fort Madison, Iowa. And I believe that's the 13th of August. So we've got some stuff spread out in those months.
Gotcha. But
be on the lookout because there's big tour announcement coming real soon. I can't announce it right now, but November, December this year, we're going to hit the road, and we're going to be fucking tearing it up, playing some killer shows on a tour. We got blocked off. So looking forward to that announcement. Plus, in the meantime, this album is a top priority right now, and we've been saying for a long time we're getting it out to you guys. And I want to apologize for saying that for so long.
You want to make it right?
We are actually getting it out. So we're working together with Onama Media Group and Rusty Knuckles as well, and Stand for Something Group, our booking agency, all together on this release. So our studio time that we've got set down in Austin, $1 Million Sound, on May 12th through that weekend, we'll be finishing up the album. Then it's off to production from there, and we'll be getting it out. There'll be announcements on how we're going to release it first, because we've got something a little special, different that nobody's done before that we're doing for this album release.
Yeah.
So, but it's on the way for real this time. And hopefully in the 2022, you will have Victory or Death in your fucking ear holes.
Yeah, indeed. And I know myself as well as everybody else are looking forward to it. Listen, man, once again, there hasn't been one show I've had that I haven't enjoyed myself so much, man. I'm telling you, I am having a ball. And I want everybody else to enjoy it like I enjoy it, because I'm having a ball. I smile, I laugh all the time because I am having a great time. So I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for being on the Big Guys Little Show. I'm once again having a great time. And tell the Reverend, I felt his energy. Regardless if his face wasn't there, he was there. He's there. Here. I feel him.
If you see me, you're seeing him.
That's right. Exactly.
That's true.
That's exactly right, man. You guys represent it well, man. And thank you once again so much. So
thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? Hold on. Let me pull back. Is there anything else that you want to plug, man? Your social media websites and all that. Let me not forget that. Is there
Yeah.
Say that.
Definitely. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, of course, our Facebook and Instagram, we're on there. Our Bandcamp is pretty new. Mm-hmm. So get on there and check that out. We got a lot of cool shit going on there. Also, I meant to bring this up earlier, so I'm glad you brought up. Mm-hmm. Our website is being revamped right now, and it's almost up live. Within this week, it should be up live, I think. Mm-hmm. Our web designer, Zuma Designs, Michelle there. She's amazing, dude. The website's, it looks great. I can't wait for everybody to see it.
Awesome.
And from the website we'll have all our media links, merch, tour shows list. There's also going to be an email where you can keep in touch with us, which we attempted before, failed at poorly. So we're going to have all this new stuff on our site where you can keep in touch with us in whatever avenue you choose. So a lot of cool shit, exciting, and a lot of that stuff. So yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about, man. So
cool.
The website and the Bandcamp for sure. If you get a chance, check out the Bandcamp, and we'll have the website up live. Hopefully this weekend, it'll be all good to go, and you can check all the links out. So good shit.
So everybody's going to be able to reach you because there's nobody else with that name, Whiskey Dick. Right. So all they have to do is just pull up Whiskey Dick, and they're going to find what they need.
Yep. If you Google image us, we made our moms real proud, because if you Google image Whiskey Dick, we're the new dick pic. We are the dick pic. Hey, Mom, I can't buy you a Cadillac. I can't buy you the Cadillac that you wanted or the house, but we're the new dick pic. Proud. She's proud.
Send it out, ladies. It's coming. Awesomeness, man. Awesome.
Yeah, we're easy to find.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said we're easy to find.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, awesome way to end it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Live and Loud with the Lord Nelson, that is, with the great, amazing Fritz from Whiskey Dick, but we know that the Reverend is there also. That's so right. Hey, man, once again, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, man. Another great show, man. Thanks a billion, man. I really appreciate it.
And hopefully we get to see you soon, man. We were trying to make it over to the East Coast.
Yeah.
In one of these months. And I'll let you know, man. We'll get together.
If you're close, I'm definitely coming to see you. There's no doubt about it, man. There's no doubt about it. All right, man.
Well, big love, man. Huge love to you, man.
Hey, same to you. Reciprocated, bro.
Yeah. Always big love to you and all of yours, man, your family and everybody too. And thank you so much for having me on, man. All y'all out there, keep watching Lord Nelson, Live and Loud with the Lord. Make it part of your church, by golly. Do it.
Hey, man, listen, that's a good promo. I'm going to definitely use that.
Hell yeah.
Thanks so much, man. Thank you so much.
Are you ready to rock, Phoenix? Saturday, September the 10th, we will rock together as Live Nation and Heavy Metal Television present Alice in Chains. The Seattle Heavyweights return to the Wacken Pavilion on Saturday, September the 10th. Special guests for this show are modern rockers Breaking Benjamin and Bush. Your chance to win free tickets is now. Just visit the link below, submit your information, and you will be entered to win a pair of tickets to see Alice in Chains, Breaking Benjamin, and Bush at the Wacken Pavilion on Saturday, September 10th. Keep watching Heavy Metal Television for your chance to win tickets to more great concerts from Live Nation.